Hey guys, this is Bill. Welcome back to Stinson Farms. Hey, I'm up at the farm today, and I've got a topic I want to talk to you about today. Something you gotta face, some decisions you got to make. Farming as in any other uh, occupation, you know, you've got to make decisions about where you're going forward from where you're at. So that's what the topic of today's video is going to be. What are we going to be doing for 2023? And we're going to be making some changes here on the farm, something different than what you've seen us do so far. And I want to share that with you as we're making plans to get into this year's growing season coming up here in a month or so. So all I want to talk to you about today is change. You know, there's always you get in a rhythm. You do what you're good at, do what you can, and in farming I'm doing what I'm doing because this is what I like to do. This is not my main income. It's not what makes my living, but at the same time I still have to make money at it. And it spreads your time thin trying to work off the farm and farm too, and everybody understands that does this type of thing. But we have to make decisions. You've heard me talk about in some earlier videos, even back into the fall, that I may break up some more of my ground and row crop some of it and back off the hay production a little bit. And you know, out of necessity, I come to a crossroads. I had to make a decision. Dry weather last year killed our grass, so I was going to have to go back in, reseed, and get my grass reestablished, and to have a good hay crop for the year 2023. And I had to either do that or decide to just go ahead and row crop it and cut back on the hay production. And ultimately, that's what I've decided to do. I'm gonna row crop more of my farm than what we have been in the past, and we're going to cut the hay down. So with that being said, we'll still have hay. We'll still be doing hay, but the hay, instead of having a hay field, our hay is going to be concentrated to our buffer zones around the edge of the fields. It's going to be our waterways, things that I would leave out anyway that I'm not breaking up or tilling up for soil conservation, and I'm going to utilize those areas to get my hay. We've been selling quite a bit of hay the last few years, and it's done well. Hadn't had any problem selling hay, and we've made good money on it. But I've also recently bought some cattle. As you know, we've got some goats, so we need hay for ourselves, and what ground that I've got left in my buffer zones and my waterways will be plenty to feed my livestock, and also probably have a little bit left over for some of the neighbors that may need some. So that's what we're going to do here, and I may switch that hay concentration from square bales to round bales. So it's looking like I may be purchasing a roller at some time, or maybe just get someone to roll it for me, but I may invest in a roller myself, and also may sell my square baler that I have, and concentrate on more row crop than hay production. Also, with that being said, there's something else that's changed for this year. So we're currently running now under all the acres that I've got on this farm available for row crop, around 60 acres. It's a 185 acre farm. A lot of that's wooded. It's got some creek bottoms that were previously cropped, but they're grown up. But all the ridge ground is around 60 acres of tillable ground that we have here, and that's what we've been farming the last couple of years. But so we've done something else, and I want to show you what we've done, and here it is. So we've rented a new farm. We've got another 50 acres, and you can see all these. Well, let's look this way. We got this field here. There's another field up there that goes out to the highway, and then we've got all this down here that lays off in a little bottom, rolls off where all these Angus cows are right now. All those are going to be moved off here, and This is going to be a corn farm. Right now it's a cow farm, but for 2023 it's going to be a corn farm. This is right up the road from our farm, and be easy access for us. It touches the highway. It's another road that comes around. We can get our equipment in here real easy. We can get our trucks in here easy, and tickled to death to have the opportunity to get a farm as close to ours as this one is. But this is it. Another 50 acres. It's not perfectly flat by any means. It rolls, but it's a beautiful farm, and I'm excited about trying it out and see what we can make out of it. I think we'll do good. Here's a view of the lower side of it, and the view of the cows. It's just a little bit wetter down here than what it was up on top of the hill. But I'm here today getting some soil samples anyway, so we'll venture out in here a little ways, pick us out a spot to get a good sample. So you see that we've got more row crop ground than what we even had. So now we've got 60 acres here, approximately 45 or 50 acres on the new farm, and that's going to put us a little over 100 acres total in row crop this year. That will more than make up for the money difference in the hay that we were selling. I'll still have enough hay ground to produce for my own livestock, and I won't have to depend on the selling of the hay as an income. I can offset that with the extra crop ground that I've got. So that's our plans. We'll be planting corn on both farms this year. Last year I had corn here at home and beans, but this year I'm going to go all corn here. This new farm, as you've seen, is it's been in pasture for several years, and it has been cropped in the past, but the man's been running cows on it and pasturing it and cutting hay off of it. So I think it'll do really well to put in corn this year. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to plant corn there. Plus, the farmer that has all the crop along across the road from this that bumps right up against it, he's going to be planting corn as well. So we won't have to worry about any herbicides there from corn and beans and whatnot and all that. So it'll be right up against his. So we'll be able to handle that in a better way. And on this farm here, we'll be planting DeKalb. 6435 is what we're going to plant this year. It's a new variety for me. It's been out a few years. It's supposed to be a good, supposed to be a really good disease-resistant corn. It's supposed to be a good type and variety of seed for the type of ground that we have. It's high stress tolerant, and it has shown really good yield potential among the farmers around here that are raising it. And if I could even come close to what they're doing on it, I will be tickled to death. But I'm going to plant that here. So on our lease farm this year, we'll be more than likely I'm going to no-till that farm. I think that will be the better option for me this time, for the sake of time. Also with the vegetation that's on it, because if I go in there and turn it all under, that's going to take a good chunk of time. I need to be concentrating on getting seed in the ground, you know, when it's dry, and finishing up the tillage here. So I think I'm gonna no-till there, and it'll be my first experience at no-tilling. My 7,000 planter is set up for no-till. I'll have to do some testing on it or whatever to make sure that it's set up properly, and we can get the seed in the ground, but I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with that. But I think we're gonna go no-till probably on that. And on that farm, we're going to plant the same variety of DeKalb seed that we planted here last year. And I think it's 6224, DeKalb 6224, I think. It yielded good here for us last year in a dry year. It wasn't, record-breaking yield, but it done well for the year. I thought it done good. I was pleased with the corn. I was pleased with it throughout the growing season and everything about it. So we'll try that out in a no-till situation, and talk to my supplier, and they highly recommended that variety for a no-till application in the type of ground that we have. So we're going to be giving that a shot. But guys, I just wanted to bring you up to date on what 2023 was going to look like. We're going to do more row crop, less hay. That'll give me a little more time during the summer. I've still got some cleanup to do on this farm. I've got some places that I yet have been able to get the brush cleaned that I want to get cleaned up, and get some fence rows out that I haven't got out yet. And I always plan to do that during downtime during the winter, but then it stays muddy all winter, and I don't want to get in here and rip the place all apart. So that'll give me a little time during the summer months, the dry season, to be able to get some of that work done as well. And every year when we're doing grain, on the amount of acres we have, about the time we get started, we're done. And, you get the fever to get in the combine, to get in the fields, and you're bringing the grain out, and you're hauling it to the elevator, and all that is what I enjoy the most. And about the time we get started good, we're done. So I thought I had an opportunity here to get a few more acres. This man that we leased the farm from, he's a really good friend, or was a really good friend of my dad's. Was a good friend of mine also. Really good fella, and it's right here beside our farm. I'm really tickled to get the opportunity, and he's running cattle on it, but he's going to cut his cattle herd in about half. So it's going to reduce his hay production. It's going to reduce his grazing area needs, and he'll just, he'll be able to turn this ground loose. It works out for him with his age and him wanting to slow down a little bit, and it works out for me being right here beside us, and we'll be able to just move from one to the other with no problem. So that's what 2023 is going to look like. That's the plan. I hope it goes as planned, but we're going to give it a shot. And a lot of people say, well, farming's a gamble. Well, it's not really a gamble. A gamble's when you throw something out there with no effort, no work. You just blindly throw something at something and hope for a return, and sometimes you get lucky. But that's not what farming is. Farming is a risk, yes. There's factors that we can't control, weather and different things. We can't control those things, but so that makes it a risk. But it's a calculated risk. We do our part to offset those things, and with the knowledge of who taught us, with the knowledge that we learned, and the farming ourselves, with today's technology and the help that we can get, and the advancement in seed and so much, so forth, like that we can offset a lot of those risks. And to me, it's just one of the most rewarding things that I can do with my hands, and I really enjoy it. So I really look forward to it. I am a little sad and apprehensive about cutting back on the hay, because I really enjoy that. But at the same time, I look forward to the opportunity to get more grain in the ground, and I think we're gonna have a good year. That's what we plan on. We plan on doing our best, and we'll put our best effort forth, and hopefully 2023 will turn out good for us, as well as all the other farmers out there. But hey guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here watching the video. I appreciate all your support in following the channel, and I really mean that, and I really do appreciate it. Appreciate your comments. I appreciate your interest in what we do, and we'll see you. We'll see you going forward. We'll continue to make videos, and we'll document what we're doing this year, and hopefully we'll have some footage and some things that you'll be interested in, and you'll hang around and continue to watch. But I really do thank you for your time, your support, and you being here and watching our channel. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.